Hello everybody, welcome to Savage Ink Studios. I'm your host Ink, and today I'm doing another Ink Reacts video. This is going to be super unpopular and everyone's probably going to hate me, but my very first video in the introduction of this channel, I said I'm not going to apologize for having unpopular opinions. I will, however, say that I don't think that the video I'm about to review was made with ill intentions, but let's get into it. Alright, so recently, Draw with Jazza, which is a massive art channel, which is has been geared towards more family friendly. You expect young artists to watch this channel, you know? There's a lot of things that would lead you to believe that kids are definitely involved in this channel. You know, he does segments on redrawing kids' artwork and says, you know, kids can send in their art and he'll, you know, recreate it from a professional, whatever. So this is definitely geared towards children are going to watch this and hear what he has to say and see what he does. He made a video recently called Worst Artworks Ever, Can I Fix Them? Now, I did notice that he put a comment down underneath the video afterwards, like significantly afterwards. I'm assuming he probably got a lot of backlash from this, which I understand, saying that, you know, he wasn't trying to be mean-spirited and that he doesn't always think through what he's going to put up and that it was just, you know, meant to be humorous and that he wasn't trying to be mean. And I believe that. I don't think that this video was made to bash other artists or anything like that. However, when you have a platform as big as Draw with Jazza does, and it is geared towards young aspiring artists, I think that it's pretty messed up, because some of the artworks in this video that he reviewed are way objectively quote-unquote better than anything that his young aspiring artist fans would be able to do. So to watch him go through a bunch of artworks that were made by people who, honestly, a lot of these pictures looked like they were done by, you know, adults who more or less knew what they were doing, you know? They're not stellar, beautiful, whatever, but art doesn't have to be stellar, beautiful, whatever. You know, art is objective. Some people make art for years and years and years, and what they are able to teach themselves and the style that they make for themselves isn't supposed to be beautiful. It's supposed to be off, you know? Art isn't just one thing that defines good or bad. So for him to go through all of these pieces and laugh at them or talk about how messed up they are or how they are definitely not good, when you've got over 1 million followers, more than half of whom are probably children, and they see this artist that they look up to laughing at work that is objectively better than theirs, that's pretty messed up. Like, can you imagine what that would do to a young kid's self-esteem, you know? Because if you see someone calling out and laughing at artwork that you think is better than yours, is more than you can even imagine yourself doing, isn't that going to make you feel like crap, you know? And I just think that, well, yeah, he said that, you know, he didn't, I can actually, like, read it off now. His comment was, "To the people who feel that this video was mean, I didn't intend for it to come across that way, and in hindsight I realize it might be a mixed message to always advocate art as an inclusive medium, but for a video like this to come out seemingly making fun of people's efforts, I don't think it's so cut and dry as being mean. I'm just as willing to poke fun at myself, but I do get where people feel this way. I guess I have the tendency to get a little goofy and not think too deeply about the implication of the content. Anyone who watched my Drawception content knows exactly what I'm talking about. I guess at the end of the day, this channel is about having fun with art, and sometimes that's making fun of ourselves or collectively cringing. But I would never intentionally discourage or break someone down. In short, I'm a bit sorry I didn't contextualize this video a bit more and frame it more constructively, but I do think some of the art is legitimately hilarious and worth looking at and reading some of the fascinating stories about their origins and how they were found or preserved. Check out the website, really uncanny and funny stuff there. I didn't mean anything bad-spirited, I just enjoy being a little too cheeky sometimes and hoped you might get a kick out of a wander into the uncanny valley with me. That was the comment that he had posted underneath, I'm assuming after he got some backlash, which again, I get that most of us art YouTubers start off doing this for us. It's our way of sharing our work and getting what we have to say out, and that's fantastic. But once you have so many viewers and you know your I can't even think of the word right now. You know the people who are watching your channel, mostly, you know? And this guy has 4.1 million followers, and he knows so many of them are inexperienced artists because they reach out to him regularly. He has projects and contests and let me draw this in my style things. He knows that a lot of his followers are aspiring artists with a lot of room for improvement. So at that point, you don't really have the luxury of only posting for yourself anymore. Once you become an influencer, you kind of have to take the time to think about the implications of the videos that you're putting up. And I know that this is like ridiculous coming from someone like me. I'm the residential asshole. I get that. You know, I am a total dickhead, but at the same time, I wouldn't, even now with next to no followers, on the chance that there's a younger artist watching my content and looking up to me, which there may or may not be, I still wouldn't go posting videos making fun of other people's artwork because I just think that it's a shitty thing to do. Not even, you know, if this all came from a museum of bad art. So even if all of the artists who made all of these pieces aren't even alive anymore, when you put up a video or put up a picture making fun of someone's artwork and calling it bad, then all of the people watching that who feel like they are not objectively as good as these pieces that you're making fun of, it's gonna make them feel terrible. And I love the Draw with Jazza channel. He was a huge inspiration for me and probably was the first artist that I watched who really made me think about, you know, could I do art on YouTube, you know? And, I mean, I've been watching him for a really, really long time. I love his artwork. I liked his channel a lot more when it was more about drawing and, you know, character design before he started, like, doing a bunch of crazy stuff that wasn't just, you know, enjoying drawing and, you know, turned into all sorts of weird salt projects and sculptures and whatever, but I've always appreciated his channel. And part of what I've appreciated about his channel is that he always seemed to have a real respect for the younger artists that he knew were following him and looking up to him. I thought that it was great that he got them involved, that he encouraged them to grow and learn and to be proud of themselves. And I think that for the first time, seeing his video, I didn't get that. I didn't get, you know, that everybody is good and everybody should keep trying and that, you know, it wasn't a positive vibe, I guess. And like I said, I know that this probably sounds really weird coming from me, being that I am not, like, a happy-go-lucky, super positive person. And I know that, like, making negative comments about someone who is millions and millions of watchers over me is probably not the smartest thing to do, but I kind of had to just say something, you know? This is what's on my mind, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it. And a whole bunch of people are probably going to hate me, and that's fine. You know, a lot of the comments underneath this video, too, were oh, you're awesome, and, you know, people are just too sensitive, which normally I totally agree. Like I said, my very first video that I ever posted on YouTube said, you know, people are too sensitive these days. I'm not going to, you know, warn everybody every time that I'm about to say something that someone might disagree with, because that's all I would ever say then. But at the same time, it's the things, me being blunt and forward and unpopular opinions isn't going to take a young aspiring artist and make them feel bad about themselves. You know what I mean? I feel like this needs to be said, and if everybody hates me, that's fine. And like I said, I do agree that we live in a society where people are like overly sensitive, but this isn't overly sensitive entitlement in the typical way. It's a shitty thing if you're telling someone that their art is bad, you know? I wouldn't do that to somebody, and I'm an asshole. And like I said, I don't think that he went into this with the idea of being mean-spirited. His comment, I think, pretty well summed up what his intentions were, but like I said, when you have a platform as big as his and you know that your followers are young aspiring artists, you don't really have the luxury to not think about what you're posting, because what you're posting is affecting the mindset of so many young people who want to be just like you. So I think that he probably should have taken the time to take that into consideration before making a video laughing at people's quote-unquote bad artwork. So that's all I'm going to say about this topic. This was another Ink Reacts video. Shower me with your hate. I'm waiting for it. That's fine. You guys know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Like, comments, suggestions, questions, you know where to put them. And I will see you guys in the next one.